Hello, my name's Colby Ross. So we're in the last course of the BSN program. Feels nice. And my project for this course has been to find something that I felt like would impact my unit and my patients in a positive way. And what I came up with was, how about we reduce blood loss during phlebotomy? Trying to initiate the use of lower volume lab tubes and put them in practice, put them in play with our everyday, all of our lab draws. We draw labs Q12, Q6, random things throughout the day, whatever is needed or the doctor feels like it's needed. So we may not change the total, the total amount of times that we go in to stick a patient or to get blood, but we can reduce the amount of blood that we draw with each lab draw, with each blood draw. Right now we currently don't have the lowered volume tubes, but I made a little poster, a little handout that kind of compares the amount of the full tubes that we would use now and a minimum fill level of the tubes that we use now. Talked to one of the ladies at the lab manager. She kind of helped me with this chart, let me know what the lowest levels, she went over the inserts and everything, checked out the minimum fill amounts for me, and I kind of wanted to share it with all my colleagues. So, just for instance, for one lab draw, we may draw 23 mils total out of the green, yellow, lavender, blue, gray, red, yellow. All of those, if they're totally filled up, equals 23 mils. So if we fill to the minimum fill amount in those same amount of tubes, 10.5 mils, and that's a green, yellow, lavender, blue, gray, and red, yellow. So that's 5 tubes, 10.5 mils versus 5 tubes and 23 mils. Filling those tubes all the way up. And at the max level for a week, it can be between 185.5 and 360.5 mils. That's just between Q12 and then whatever Q6 are normal. We may double. We may do a few things extra. If they're on the insulin drip, Q6 hour glucose draws. I mean, that's if they're intubated. We're at our facility are unable to use an AccuCheck machine on intubated or critically ill patients. So that's another draw right there. And if somebody's not thinking, that's 5 mils going to the lab every hour for glucose, blood sugar. Way too much. So the minimum fill level on the green, yellow, which would include a glucose, would be 2 mils. A lavender 1 mil, blue 3.5. Still, we'd have to fill up the coag test all the way. But the gray 2 mils and red, yellow 2 mils. That's filling those at the lowest amount possible, which is a good bit less than you would green, yellow 5, lavender 4, blue of course 3.5, gray is 5.5, and red, yellow is 5. So it's a good difference. Just being mindful and not overfilling those tubes every time. If we're able to get the lowered volume lab tubes, which I believe we are, we've got some people on board. They think it's a good idea, and the newer instruments will have no problems reading those, and just make it a lot easier. When you go to draw, that's what you've got, instead of choosing the larger tube and trying to fill an exact amount to get to that lowered volume. But things take a little while to get done at my place of employment. But everything's looking the right direction. I made the little handout, the poster, kind of letting people know, educating folks, trying to ward off any unnecessary transfusions or critically ill patients. Those labs, H&H, all that stuff. I mean, it can be, treatments, difference of whatever, all kinds of stuff. Those lab values are important to to help determine the plan of care. So I feel like I've done pretty good. I feel like I'm doing useful, good things for our patients. You look to see what you can help, what you can try to make a change at, what maybe you could do anything better for your patients, for your facility. And this course has helped me make action plans to actually start doing those type of projects and completing those, being successful at those. But that's my project in a nutshell. Have a good day.